Hi, I'm Brennen Bariso and I teach 6th grade English.
I'm Natalie Barrilles and I teach 6th and 7th grade social studies.
Everything.
My favorite part is how much energy they have. It can be a lot some days, but I think it always makes everything really exciting. Middle schoolers are at a really fun age where they're young enough that they're still excited for everything and they're excited to talk to their teachers, they're excited to learn, they do all the activities, but they're also mature enough to handle, things that are a little bit more like mature topics or, just more advanced academic activities. So I think we're right in the perfect ground between elementary, too much energy, and high school apathy, right in middle school.
Yeah, I would just say the opportunity to do really fun things. When I was student teaching, I taught high school, and it's a lot more serious, a lot less energy, and just like some of the funniest people that I have ever met in my whole life are some of our current 6th graders, just like really, really funny kids. I think there are some adults who wish they could be as funny or as silly as some of our 6th graders, so.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a good sense of humor to be a middle school teacher and just laugh at what comes and just enjoy it. I run student council for middle school. It's a new club that we just started this year, and it's just so much fun to see how excited students get for hosting events, especially like coming back from the pandemic. A lot of them haven't had a school dance, they haven't had like different fundraising, things like that in such a long time. So it's really fun to see them planning things on their own, setting things up, just kind of the energy that they bring to it.
Yeah. I always say, like, the best thing about teaching middle school is you get to be the right person for a kid at that moment. And I had an experience with a kid who really changed my life, where he had a lot going on, and I was the first person that he ever opened up to. And he asked me if we could start eating lunch together, and we really developed that bond, and it got to the point where he was coming to visit me during every passing period just to check in, and just knowing that I got the privilege of getting to know him at that point in his life and being there for him. It was like the best, most rewarding feeling that I've had as an educator.
Yeah, I definitely think the connection with students is the most rewarding thing. And when you're someone that they trust, that they come to, or that they just like feel comfortable having fun with, that's probably the best part of all.
Yeah.
Well, we both were student teaching during the pandemic. Both of our student teaching ended early, so this has kind of been our reality the whole time.
Yeah.
But coming from teachers that were teaching before the pandemic, it seems like behaviors are a lot different now. Obviously, kids were home. Some of our students were unsupervised when they were at home during online learning. So certain things like sitting in your seats and raising your hand before you talk and eating at the right times. Our students don't really inherently know that. It seems like they kind of miss some of those like essential grades where they learn those behaviors. So just going through that and just setting expectations at the beginning of the year, throughout the year. We just had an assembly where we talked about some behaviors that we saw that were concerning. Like, it's never too late to try to like reset that as well if students forget or it needs to be reminded. So I would just say, make the expectations clear. Sometimes students have to relearn those behaviors if they missed out on essential time.
Yeah. I think the best part about being back in person is there's so much you couldn't do online and just stuff that did not work. And it's funny to think about like the lessons that we made during the pandemic that were just awful. And there are so many kids where online learning just didn't work for them. And now that they're back in the classroom, it's so much better. And there's a lot of catching up, but kids are elastic and they're so excited to be back in the classroom.